Hey y'all, welcome back to Homestead in the City. I'm Zach, and today we are going on our one-year garden tour. So this week is 1 year since we moved into this new house, and we've gotten a lot of work done, but we still have a lot to do. So let's go see some of the updates and check out some of the future plans. All right, so along the patio edge, we still have some of these earth boxes. One of my favorite things to do with them has been to try to propagate trees and to grow avocados. And so we had a lot that were killed off by the frost over Christmas, but we had a couple of avocados made it through and some figs that are coming through. And this was back in our sunroom through most of the winter, and we've just brought it out this weekend because it got kind of warm. All right, and then stepping off of the patio, we come into the fruit orchard area. This we were originally calling the food forest, but this is going to be more neat rows. And so right now I just have a peach, blueberry, and some elderberry as far as permanent plants go. And then we are just growing a few annuals in there as well to just kind of have something in there as we build soil and as the permanent plants take time to mature. And right now we are walking through our chicken run in progress. We don't have any chickens yet, but we're going ahead and getting ready for it. We've known for really since we moved in here that we wanted to have chickens. So I just used some branches that I had cut down in other places to make a little bit of wattle fencing, and then a lot of the other trees that were already along the fence line I just kind of bent over to make an arch for predator protection. And so it's finally really starting to take shape. I'm going to be trying to grow a lot of different vines and fruits along it so that we can walk through and pick it, and then that they can also fall down and feed the chickens. All right, and if you've been following us for a long time, you know that one of my favorite projects is our fountain frog pond. This was a completely filled in fountain that actually had a tree growing out of it. We had to dig everything out, trim everything back from around it that was overgrowing. We had to do a lot of testing to find out where all the leaks were. We filled in all of those. There was an outlet pipe, and so I put a valve on it so that we could do controlled drains. And then we actually expanded, because it ended up being our kind of rainwater system. We expanded it to have a frog pond downhill from here, which when we do the controlled drains from the fountain, it goes to the frog pond. And then that is actually fed from the top of the system from our rain barrel. And of course, eventually I want to have it all connected with some float valves and pumps so that it's a little bit more automated. But right now I'm happy with where it is, kind of work in progress. We've already seen a good bit of frogs in here. And then right now I just have some cuttings in there that I've cut for propagation, staying watered. And then I have a couple of the pots in here just staying along the edge because it gets a little bit of spray and just keeps everything kind of watered well. And so, yeah, I guess we'll head on downhill from here. All right, and going downhill to the front yard, we don't have too much going on in the side path right now. I have some muscadine and fig that I'm trying to get going, but I'm thinking that this may end up being kind of a medicinal tea garden, but we'll see. All right, and of course we've had a ton of change up here in the front. When we first moved in, all it was grass, and then as you can see from some of the B-roll shots where the water main is, that was where the level of the yard was when we moved in. We've piled a ton of organic material on top. A lot of that was the trees that got brought in, and then we've just got, I think, 8 truckloads of mulch in total that have been brought in, and we're waiting on our 9th. And we've just piled up all around the trees. We've made different planting areas. We actually dug down beside the driveway for our rainwater catchment beds. We made our pallet beds, filled those with some mulch, and those have been breaking down over the winter. over beside, we actually turned some of the tree area into our mulch delivery area. And so that way we can just have trucks come in all the time, dump a load of mulch, then we can not be in a rush and we get it processed from there. That really feeds everything in the backyard and the front as far as mulching the paths and building long-term fertility. All right, and then the last thing is the berry hedge, which we've talked about for a while. I really just got started on it this weekend. We had some crepe myrtles in this area between the driveways. I pruned those down, made a very rough wattle fence, and I'm using that to kind of just hold back a lot of the leaves and mulch that we're putting in here. And then I think I'm going to, over time, just add blueberries, mulberries, blackberries, elderberries, tons of berries in between us. It should be a good pollinator hedge. We'll have some other stuff in there as far as flowers and vines. So as everything starts to fill in, we will have tons of berries that are being produced in this nice little hedgerow between us. We'll also have some other beneficial pollinators, and we're just really looking forward to that. So overall, ton of fun things that we've gotten done, and we're really looking forward to a lot. The first year, it really was a whole lot about kind of building structure, figuring out where everything was going to go. I think this next year is going to be a ton about building soil, and then year 3, I think, is where we're really going to kick it into high gear as far as growing stuff and seeing what works well here, and going on from there. All right, if you want to keep up with these and other projects, you can visit our blog, homesteadinthecity.com, or our new easy to remember URL, hitc.city. I know April's been doing a lot of stuff in the kitchen lately. You can read some recipes there, and then we're also going to be showing off some of the events that we do to help build community with the stuff that we grow and the stuff that we cook. We want to use that to reach out and be good neighbors. So keep up with all that, hitc.city, and subscribe here on YouTube. We'll be doing more garden tours and other stuff in the future. See y'all in the next video.